Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
It's Jerry TV in the building for BS Scotch on, man. And we back with another interview. And I got Pops with me.
We in the building.
And today's special guest is BFD. What's going on?
What's up, boy?
BFD was goody, man. Talk to us. We were just talking off camera about the weather and stuff. He's saying it's hot as fuck. We saying it's like 70 in New York, so we happy, you know?
Yeah, for real. I love 70. You know what I mean? I love the heat, though. Man, it'd be 100 degrees. I'll be straight.
That's what's up. I think I kind of want to start from the beginning, right? I think we should start from the beginning.
We if it's cool with you, we'll start from your childhood. You know, tell us a little bit about your childhood, your upbringing, your ups and downs, and all that good stuff.
And where you're from exactly for us.
I'm from North Sacramento. I was born and raised out there, you know what I'm saying? And my childhood, I mean, it's your standard issue. Mom's on the shit. Dad's kind of tucked, you know what I mean? He's in and out, not in and out of jail, dude's square, right? But he just like not really with it, you know what I mean? So he was kind of doing his own thing, you know, and came up just living how every other rapper fucking lives, a terrible fucking, you know, standard issue, terrible childhood type shit. Yeah.
Pretty much. So single parent home.
What's your ethnicity, by the way?
My dad's Mexican, from Mazatlan, Sinaloa, and my mom's Peruvian, Spanish, and Irish.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Okay.
Wow, that's a different mix.
That's pretty cool because we always ask people because everyone's like, "Yo, he's Mexican," or you can't assume because you don't know. Like we had one guy in here, he was Native American.
Yeah.
So you don't know. You got to ask. You know.
Yeah. What are y'all?
Well, I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican, and
I'm Dominican. His mom is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah.
So you know, he's a little bit of a mutt himself. He's got a little Dominican, so he's loud. You know what I'm saying? And he's Puerto Rican too.
But how was your experience growing up in a Hispanic household? Do you know Spanish and
Yeah, I mean, we always clown about that because like my mom's knows Spanish, knows a little Spanish. My knows a lot of Spanish. My fucking dad's fluent. And my older brother and my older sister both speak Spanish, but just me and my little sister don't really speak Spanish.
Damn.
So you consider yourself what they call
no sabo, right?
You're no sabo. You consider yourself, or you speak a little bit?
I mean, I sabo enough to if they in the cage next to me talking about killing me, I'm gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny as that.
True story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know enough. I know for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, how was middle school for you? High school, like, what was that experience like growing up in general? Was it dangerous for you in Sacramento, or was it? Were you square back then, or were you in the streets early? Like,
nah. I mean, so going to elementary, I started elementary in like the southeast, really. You know what I'm saying? And then ended up in junior high in the north. And junior high was 6th grade, 5th, 6th grade. That's really when you start, you know, figuring stuff out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And we was broke. So when you don't have stuff, people clown, they talk all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then you put your hands on people and things start changing for you. And people kind of see you like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, well, he'll fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I started getting suspended in like 5th to 6th grade, really. You know, just for fights and stuff. And then by the time I was in junior high, it was not really nothing to turn up. And then got kicked out of 7th grade and then went back to the same school after the summer. And just kept doing it. And then high schools, I fucking went to like 9 high schools in Sacramento and Arizona. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how life was, you know, just turn up, get it.
What year was this?
Bro, this is 90s, it's early 90s. So this is like, 90, 91, right around there. Like 91 to I got locked up in January 1st, 1997. So so
you started off the year going to jail? You said January 1st. Wow.
I mean January. I started January 9th. I went to jail. Yeah, January 9th.
So what's your first police contact? Like, how old were you when you were like when you jump off the porch and you was just repping?
I was 12. It was a burglary when I was 12.
Damn. So you went to juvie.
Yeah, went to Julie. Yeah, just
Okay.
overnight. It was moms came pick you up type shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so did you end up finishing high school, or how was that experience?
No, finished high school. I still ain't finished high school.
Wow. Wait, don't they have? I know you went to prison for a while too. You didn't get to do it
Yeah.
like in GED. You didn't have the GED programs in prison, stuff like that.
No, what's crazy is I always tell people this too, right? I don't have a GED, but I was a GED tutor in like 2 different prisons.
Oh
So like,
shit!
Shit is crazy.
I know the stuff because how the process works is you have to pass the pre GED in order to get put on the list. And because there's so many people that get put on the list for the GED, if if you don't uh if you don't get on the list and make the day or 2 days, however many days they have it, then you just got to wait till the next rotation, and it might be months away. So I kept getting in trouble. So when I'll do the pre GED and then lock in for the thing and then go to the hole. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So you don't make the actual GED test.
Okay. And so I'm guessing that the case that got you 23 years, that was probably when you were in your teenage years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I was 16.
Wow.
Okay. What were your charges?
Murder, robbery.
Murder, robbery.
Okay.
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 So we want to kind of keep everything parallel because
Yeah.
we start losing because
Track.
we probably go and talk about your jail experience for 2 hours, but we want to
Right.
continue because we're here for your music too, and that's very important for everybody watching the channel to know that we're here. We're not here for the achievement more. We're here for to promote you as an artist and your music and your genre, what you're doing. Because I checked out your music and you got some shit with you. You know what I'm saying? Your swag is at 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because it's pretty
Thank you,
dope.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
appreciate it.
So what's the first time you got introduced into hip hop? Like, what's your first memory? Your first song? Who was rocking the music? Was it maybe your mom or your uncle or maybe your one of your homies?
So just getting into rap was just like the homies. You know what I'm saying? So back in the '90s, the singles used to have instrumentals on the back. The cassette. Your dad probably
Yeah.
like
On the
the
B side, on the B side.
side. It would have the motherfucking instrumental. So
Yeah.
you driving around in a stolo and you just smoking and you got the instrumental on. You just freestyling, doing whatever you're doing, and that's really how I started rapping. And then I a lot of the homies would have me do it like at kickbacks and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then I kind of it started being like something I did, like people knew me for it, like, hey, full bust some.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
cool.
hard. And then
And then
you
they'll kind of fucking juvenile hall pounding on the blue bunks. I always tell that story like in our juvenile hall. I don't know if you guys have it or if you ever been to juvenile hall, but in our juvenile hall, we had like you would have the regular bunk and then you would have like your cellie. If they move somebody in your cell in juvenile hall, you would have the blue boats, right? And so they're just like these really hard plastic, essentially like boats, right? And so we flip them over and that's what you pound on. So you could just rap on, pound on them all night. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
Wow,
wow.
wow, wow,
So
wow.
you've been rapping for this is not new. This is like you've been doing this since you were a kid. Like
I was a little kid, yeah, for real, yeah.
wow. That's kind of cool. You get to chase your dreams like after you come home and shit like that too.
Who was
Right,
that?
that's really what it was. Yeah, just like
Cool.
fuck it, once type shit.
And then obviously you're being locked up and you actually performing for people. You got better and better, right? As time went on.
Yeah, that's basically what you're doing. You performing. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. I guess
That's pretty
when you
cool.
put it like that, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah. So at
and
16, yeah.
yeah, you just tighten stuff up. That's all it is.
Yeah, for sure. So at 16 you get arrested, right? I don't know if you want to go into the story of it. You don't have to, but like, do you remember, like, what was the day like when you got arrested, I guess?
What was the day like?
Yeah, meaning, like, I would say, like, do you remember the day you got arrested?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so nobody's ever asked me that. So the day I got arrested, some of my friends had already been picked up.
Mm.
Right. So I was the last one to get picked up. So I didn't even know if they were coming or not. The presumption was that um, they're probably coming, right?
Right, 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 right.
So I kind of I took a trip, right, and then um, uh, ended up back at somewhere I shouldn't have been, and uh, was high as fuck. smoking just tree, right? And ended up passing out, and then I got woke up by the detective, right? And so it's January, right? So it's January night, so you know it's cold as fuck, right? So you know house, all the windows got to be closed. Well, he swears that the window was open, and that's how he gun on me. Opened the door right there, but I wouldn't open the door. So, because if they could have came in, they would have came in,
Yeah.
right? Right. So I wasn't tripping. I was just went to the back, and when I went to the back, there was two uniform officers and a detective back there. So I knew there was like surrounding the house. Basically, it wasn't high tech like that, but there was about 15, 16 officers, right, just surrounded the house. So I made a bowl of Captain Crunch and sat on the couch, right, and then and there there's like a picture window
Yeah.
in the living, right, so they could look in and see me, like they're as close to me, right, as this wall is,
Yeah.
right,
Right.
window separating us, right. So they're knocking on the door trying to get me to open it. They call on the phone, and fucking I don't answer it, and eventually the dude who owned the house came home, and yeah, let him in the house, and that's how I ended up in jail.
Wow.
Well, and you end up doing a lot of time from that moment on. So you was locked up from '97 to I guess 2010 ish around there.
21.
More.
21.
21. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Whoa.
yeah. Wow, you did a long
Oh
time then.
shit. So that's like
Yeah.
a whole different world when you come home. I want to speak about your prison experience, but like, uh, so then you go to juvie, right? From there you go to juvie, and then I guess what was your sentencing like? Like when you got sentenced, did you go to trial or was it you just took a plea?
Yeah, well, I fought my case for like almost 4 years,
Yeah.
and then the trial itself lasted 16 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you took it to trial. You were like, let's fight this, or like,
We don't have a choice, right? It's either you take
oh,
life. You're like they offer you deals, but the deal is either snitch and get 12 years. That's what they offered me and Lil Man, my co-defendant, and either snitch and get 12 years or take this life and just get the fuck out of here. And so what are you gonna do? You fucking take life? I'm not gonna
yeah,
snitch. So I'm not taking life. You're gonna have to give it to me. You're gonna have to make me take it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what ended up happening is I got sentenced to 32 to life.
oh my god,
And you were what 16?
20 at the time, right?
I was 17. Oh, 20 by the time I got sentenced. But
And
yeah.
I mean, you're probably sitting in the same kind of same one or two facilities, and you're still rhyming, and you're still rhyming to pass the time, or is that's not even on your radar at this point?
Oh hell yeah. No, I for sure was. So uh I had this homie, right? And I ain't gonna say his name, but he was in he was working. He was on the street in the streets working, you know what I'm saying? And he was trying to um uh do the rap stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so he had actually my attorney, now rest in peace, Mr. Lismar is dead. You know what I'm saying? He's also the one that got me out of prison when I but I'll tell you about that later. But
Yeah.
so my boy pulled up on my attorney and offered him some money to bring in what's called a DAT machine into just digital audio tapes, right? And so into the county and the attorney booth. And so I recorded like 10 songs in the county through uh through the DAT tape. So if you know about rap back in the 90s, that's what we used. Now it's all digital, but back then you actually had reel to reels. And so you needed a digital audio, right? Tapes, right? So he brought him in and I come up about once, twice a month and do songs when I wasn't in the hole and fucking that's how I recorded a bunch of fucking music and I still have it. It's called 1997, but and we're gonna put it out. But it's just man, it's just and then my homie ended up killing my other homie, and so the rest of the money, the reason it didn't come out is because my homie ended up killing my other homie and did time for it and fucking. So he had to spend his money that we was allocated for the fucking music on his attorney. You know
Yeah.
what
Wow,
I'm
wow,
saying?
wow.
Shit. Wow. And then so 23 years, right? when you got sentenced, like, what was your emotions around that time, and like,
Yeah, more of my emotions was like I already knew it was coming, right? Like in the moment, there's that you're trying to like be a tough guy in the fucking sentencing and all that shit, right? But yeah, your boy was fucked up. I was like, damn, they just hit
yeah,
me with 30. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, it fucked me up, but um, you know, we knew it was coming, and I was definitely prepared for it. I spent the 4 years preparing to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it was. How the system works is one of the dudes, the star witness in our case, ended up getting caught with a duffel bag full of guns and mass up here in Roseville, and then so he took away his snitch deal and then gave it to somebody else, one of my friends, and he took it. And so once he took it, I knew it was kind of over.
Oh wow.
and then he just spilled the beans on the case, basically.
Right.
Wow. And then so, what was your prison experience like? I know you've seen different generations of people come through prison, right? You did 20 years, so you're seeing like different, like the young kids that come in at 18 probably doing crimes.
Right, and you're seeing the lifers who are never coming home.
Yeah.
Like it must have been like you're 21 at this. It's like a lot of fucking thing. It's a lot to take in at this point, right?
Right. The beginning was a culture shock, right? But the transition from being a novice into a fucking someone who at least felt like they had some experience was about a year and a half, right? Yeah, because you get thrown into it, right? Like there's not really no avoiding it, and so your daily program becomes your experience. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, so you just relegate yourself to the lifestyle in there and invest in it. You know what I'm saying? So that you don't become a victim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you pretend like it's the streets and motherfuckers can't, you ain't gonna change me. I'm gonna fucking, then somebody's gonna change you.
You learn the
Did,
hard way.
did you spend any time in like solitary confinement? And how was your mental like if you did?
I spent almost a little more than half my time in the shoes and holes and ad segs in prison from the violence. You know what I'm saying? So uh, that's just I feel like that's not to brag. That's terrible, right? But that's just the truth. And I think most people's experience, if you have life, is really like that. Like you get that sense of, well, I don't got nothing to lose, so man, whatever, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? That became just getting ready for the next one. Every day, I'm just getting ready for the next one. Yeah.
How do you feel about solitary or being in a shoe? And do you think they should be doing that to people, or because I know there's a big push now, this new generation of getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Some of it has been eliminated, but how do you feel overall, and how has it affected you
Mentally.
mentally and emotionally to kind of
And
like that's a lot. That's being by your fucking self a lot. So you're in your head. You know what I mean?
yeah, so usually in a hole, you'll get a celly, right? So
Okay.
uh, have your celly, and we used to have group yard, right? So they took that away because people start fighting on a group yard. Now it's just catered, right? So you really are isolated, right? So how do I feel about it? Um, so long-term solitary confinement is definitely damaging to human brains, right? We're social creatures, you know what I'm saying? And to take that away from a human being that's why they are violent. People forget how to react, how to act around other humans when you take other humans away. You know what I'm saying? They resort to the worst side of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And hella studies show that stuff. You know, it's not just people thinking and all that stuff. It's like a real thing. From from my personal man, I think that isolation is for at least a short amount of period, a short amount of time is as a man, as a grown man, I think it's fucking crucial, right? Because you got to kind of figure out, is this what you want to do? Is this how you gonna live forever, right? Because at the time you have life, and you're just like, yeah, like you every day you got to just think about it. You got to think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I studied and studied in there. I learned the law. I learned the history and fucking everything in the whole. You know what I mean? So for me, I didn't let the shoe time do me. It didn't fuck my. It taught me how to draw really good, right? And that became my career out here. I tattoo for a living out here. You know what I'm saying? So I in my personal experience, I don't have uh some of the mental handicaps that some people have, right? The emotional issues like depression and stuff like that. I don't have that. I feel like depression, for the most part, if you're a grown man, is a luxury, right?
Mm.
Like you get to fall back on your depression and be like, this is I'm sad, so everything stops. And there, it ain't gonna stop. And nobody gives a fuck if you're sad. Everybody misses their fucking family. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna fucking do? Cry about it? Or you gonna fucking keep going, handle your business? You're
No,
gonna have
hell
to
no.
right. So that's where my thinking came in. That's where it was in a hole in the shoes. You know what I'm saying? And it also taught you and is how you really are. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't fake for nobody and because you just by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you really know you get to know yourself in a real way. Like I think that shit is important and where you have
Yeah.
to immediate confrontation constantly. You know what I'm saying? So short term wise, like to separate for the safety and security of the institution, I understand. I could understand it. But validating somebody and throwing them away for the rest of their life in solitary confinement is it's crazy as fuck. It's inhumane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you're you tattoo now. When did you first get your tattoos? Were they all in prison or was it before? I know you have a lot, right? How many tattoos do you have, actually?
I got most of my upper body covered, some of my legs, but not a lot. And my thighs are pretty much covered, I guess. Top of my thighs, my calves, but not hell. So a tattooing, man. My first tattoos was when I was like 12 too. I got the hood on me. Uh, I got I got basic standard issue ghetto stuff. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's crazy. When we kind of sack, I'm gonna get a tattoo, man. You gonna hook me up?
I got
I'm
you,
a,
brother.
I'm a
Sure.
man the fuck up. I'm a man up.
Do you have any tattoos?
I got. You gonna laugh at my shit? I'm gonna show you my shit, yo. I'm gonna show you my
Yeah.
tattoo, cause
Okay.
damn, I'm gonna tell you the story off air. I mean, I could
Okay.
tell the story. I could tell the story. Oh man, I don't want to make this shit public because your mom's is gonna see it. I tell you off air. It's a story behind my tattoo, but look at my shit. My shit is primitive, yo. My shit is
Okay.
primitive. My
Yeah,
shit is
I see
primitive.
you.
I like a little
Yeah.
16-year-old, like, he tore me up. I was like, ah. He said, you want me to stop? I'm like, nah, just keep going, yo. Just keep going.
Yeah. Just finish that shit.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
tell you the story off air. I can't. I can't snitch on myself.
But
Hell
so
yeah.
when'd you get your head blasted and shit like that? And that did that hurt?
I got my head blasters on the street. I used to work at Black Widow. Yeah, it wasn't in the pen, but the rest of my tattoos were in the pen. But on your head, you got to make sure the dude doing it is dope. You don't want no, right? You don't want no dude just learn how to tattoo in prison doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely,
that's what I did.
absolutely. Damn.
So when you're in the shoe and all that, you're still writing rhymes, obviously, right?
Yeah, a lot, a lot.
All right,
Yep.
cool.
That was
All right,
like,
so
yeah, that was like your release. You know what I'm saying? It's like your release.
Yeah. So how did your family take it at the time you're in prison? Were you in contact with a lot of people, or like they say sometimes when you go to prison, like people forget about you and shit like that? Like, how was your experience?
So, man, my whole time down, my mom wrote me about 3 letters. When I was in county jail, my little sister used to come up like maybe once, twice a year, something like that. You know what I mean? But I got probably like 3 visits from my mom, 2, 3 visits from my mom, 3 letters for sure from my mom. I got some mail from my little sister, but mostly it was strangers, homie. You know what I'm saying? My homeboys, they came to visit me when I was in county, but they would come up to visit me in county and get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm don't come up here and go to jail. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, uh, but my homies, people always talk about how their homies forget them and all that. My homies didn't forget me. I could hit any of my homies and be like, "Hey, let me get a TV, let me get," you know what I mean? If they got it, they sliding it. You know what I mean?
That
So,
was pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Yeah, it's like a
you know.
family. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
my
dope.
homies are really like family, more my
yeah.
family than my actual family.
So, where did you do the stretch of your time? The longest stretch?
Brother, I'm not gonna lie. I did. I think New Folsom at the end. Once the juvenile laws started changing, and I was like, all right, let me just not get no more trouble for a minute. Let me just see if I could, chill. But I never really was in any place longer than fucking a couple years, homie, just because stuff comes up and then you go to the hole and you know what I mean? Got handle your business, you go to the hole. So yeah, yeah, that's how I went. I'll do a couple years here, I think the longest time I ever did was like 6 years in the shoe.
Wow.
In a
Mm.
cork and shoe and Pelican Bay between I guess cork and shoe, yeah.
Do you know any like famous rappers or anybody famous? Were you locked up anybody famous like back then or even recently?
Yeah, actually. In county jail, I was with the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Hey, nobody never asked me that. So Ted Kaczynski was kind of like he was in orientation was A East, right? And so like 1, 2, and 300 pod, you would have like cells of people who lived there, right? They weren't on PC, they weren't uh AdSeg, they were on something called total separation, right? And one of those dudes was Ted Kaczynski. And so I was coming out of the hole and I had to get sent back down to a floor. So when you come out of the hole, you come out of 8 West, 400 pod, they send you to A East to be reclassified to go down to a hole, to go down to a fucking floor, right? So Ted Kaczynski was right there, and he got so much mail, and he got so like he would always slide me new. He measured the outdoor rec area because he's like a mathematician, right?
Right,
So
right.
he measured the entire out and told me how many laps I had to run for a mile because I like to run, right? So
Right.
he told me how many laps you had to run for a motherfucking mile. And he was cool, man. He used to hook me up with girls. I was with him over there for like 2 months.
Wow.
He was, yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
was a
pretty
Unabomber.
cool. So you actually
Everybody thought
got
he
to.
was, yeah, everybody thought he was crazy, but he wasn't crazy. He just had his own little thing going on in his brain. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
his brother snitched on him too.
That's
Actually,
crazy.
his own brother told on him.
You know?
That's fuck. Yo, so what are some like positive moments you had in prison? Like we can speak about the negative, but like what were some like positive things you took from prison? I guess.
I took there was bro, there's so many positives, right? Like I prison sucks and it's for the birds. Nobody should never go to prison, right? And I'm
Yeah.
definitely not promoting anything about prison. But pretend like you don't you don't if you utilize your time in a manner that benefits you just as a human being, then there's a lot of positives in prison, right? Understanding the power of unity, right? And actual fucking carnalismo, like brotherhood in there, you know what I'm saying, is
Hmm.
some that I don't nobody really know. When you don't got nothing else, when they take everything and you down to your boxers, you don't got a mattress, you don't got a blanket, it's freezing cold. You know what I'm saying? Your homies in the next cell, like, fool, are you cold as fuck? And I'm like, yeah. And you just keep your spirits up, you working out with them, you know what I'm saying? That kind of shit, like, no, nobody on the street really knows what that's like.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
About to
yeah.
go to war. Or are you about to go to war and there's like 5 of you guys? There's like 30 of them. You know what
Holy
I'm
shit.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
man, we ain't going out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Door cracks, we getting it in. That kind of sense of this fool ain't losing and I ain't losing. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be because I'm right here and I'm gonna be straight because he's right here. Nobody really knows about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like real brotherhood. That's real.
Yeah,
Right.
you got somebody you can lean on that you know is not going to turn their back on you because in
Right.
the out in the free world you don't know what a motherfucker's going to do. He tells you
Right.
something.
And and really in there you don't know because people quit the team all the time and roll it up, do all that shit all the time. But those that small little few that just rocks with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we gonna do this, you know what I'm saying? It might suck, but we're gonna fucking do this shit. Yeah, that shit's dope. Also, what I took from it was how to learn, right? Because in schools and stuff like that out here on the streets, they just punch facts in. They're like, swallow this, now regurgitate it, right? And in a pen, if you want to know anything, right? If there you don't want the fucking pigs just to be able to fuck you, you know what I'm saying? You got to know what you got coming. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn the Title 15. You have to learn the system in order to make the system enforce what's written in the Title 15 in a DOM. You know what I'm saying? So that's I had to learn all that shit. I don't know law. I barely went to school. When I went to school, it was to sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's 100%. That's 100% true. To go fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? That and so having to learn, teach yourself how to learn these things for your own survival. I learned law in there. I got myself out of jail. I got myself and my brother out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Out of sentence. You know what I'm saying? To be able to know how to do that, you got to learn how to learn. Everybody learns different. You know what I'm saying? Just learning how you personally are able to hold in facts and utilize them, you know what I'm saying, in a way that'll benefit you, you know what I'm saying, is probably one of the best things I could have. I wouldn't have got that out here.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty dope. So I know we're doing a lot of talking about your jail time.
Yeah, I'll speak about like after.
Let's talk about your release date,
Yeah.
the anticipation of it, and then actually getting on the other side of that motherfucker and be like, I'm
So,
out of here
so
and I ain't never going back. I know that was your mindset for sure.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was in the shoe, and and I knew that shit was coming, right? I knew juvenile laws just changed and they were about to be retroactive. They got retroactive right before I got out. I filed my habeas corpus, and 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 it was about to be granted. My attorney hit me while I was in the shoe. John Lismar, I hadn't heard from him in 20 some years. You know what I'm saying? And he hit me and he was like, "Hey, they sent me a letter. Do you want me to be your attorney? I'm supposed to help. I'm supposed to help you get out of prison, right?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it. You don't even really got to do shit but file the papers. I already know everything, right? So I'll just give it to him. I'll basically be his paralegal, slide it all to him. I get out of the shoe. I end up back in New Folsom on C Yard, and my co-defendant, Lil Man's over there, right? Lil Man from Sac. So you see him in all my videos. I always post him. That's my brother, right? So uh, I end up back in New Folsom with him, and I'm chilling. I'm doing the paperwork. I'm showing him. He gets his attorney. He files his shit. Fucking, I show him do that. He gets his little attorney. Fucking, we start knocking this shit out. And then the felony murder rule changes, right? So the felony murder rule says if you didn't have a direct hand in the actual murder, right? They have to prove that you did, right? Instead of how it worked before was if you were involved in the underlying felony, then you automatically get slapped with the murder. If dude slips on a banana peel, boom, that's murder, right? So, um, so we were like, oh hell yeah! And then something happened, and I ended up catching another attempted murder in there, right? So I stabbed this dude and fucking had to go right before I get out, right? I stabbed this dude and fucking oh shit, right? So fucking yeah, I was like, oh, they might be in for
Yeah.
that. But I got out of the fucking shoe. I did 5 years of that kind of knife case while I was in there. Well, so it was like 6 years,
Yeah.
and got the shoe, and then fucking um was out for and I didn't have I didn't have a cellie before that because I had stabbed my cellie in another prison, so I didn't have a cellie for 10 years. So my first cellie was actually my co-defendant, right? So we pushed the paper to get let him be my cellie. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up being my cellie, and when I got out of the shoe for the very last one, uh uh he ended up being my cellie, and we could really just focus on it. Then we went to the fucking county to actually go to the court hearing, and COVID happened that day, bro. COVID happened. So, like, where the state in California, you guys are from New York, you don't know, but in California, the state shut all their facilities down because of COVID, right? So they sent us back. We were in county jail one day, right? So they sent us back to prison. We were only in county jail one day,
Oh
and
man.
we were like, "Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked," right? So, but my attorney had cancer, right? So he was like, he petitioned the judge. He said, "Look, if you put this off now, pending the outcome of COVID-19, I might be dead." So he'll have to wait that whole time, then have to wait one because it take at least 6 months for another attorney to get up to date. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up doing the hearing. We ended up signing these papers saying we don't have to be present for the hearing, right? They did the hearing through email, right? So, and all it was whether or not we fall in the parameters of the new felony murder rule, right? And juvenile laws, right? And we do. So that's all it was. So it was just a 1 day thing of emailing the judge and the district attorney, and they ended up letting us out of prison. And we had to wait like a week or so. It was like a week or two. And then we got out of prison. So we got out of prison when it was still shut down, when everything was still shut down.
Thanks to your lawyer.
Thanks to my motherfucking Lord. Rest in peace. Long live John the fucking Lipsmar, for real.
RP. And then so your first day out, what'd you do?
I ate some pancakes and fucked my girl.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
Were you married?
I mean, I was married, but I wasn't fucking my wife. I was fucking my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, so you get conjugal visits and shit, right?
I did, but I didn't fuck my wife on her. My wife, when I married her, looked cool, and then I ain't gonna say her name, but by the time I actually was able, lifers couldn't get conjugal visits for a long time, and by the time I was actually able to get conjugal, I didn't want to fuck her. She wasn't looking right.
Right. Oh, so you met her while you was locked up.
Yeah, I met her in county jail. Yep.
Well, that's pretty cool. How that happens? Is she reaches out to you? You got a random letter, or you got a website? What are you doing?
She see me working out in the day room and hit me up. Asked her cousin if she could holler at me. That's what it was. And then they saw, yeah, fuck it. She was cool. Yeah, green eyes and shit. She was cool. Mexican, green eyes. You know what I mean?
No doubt. No doubt.
Like,
So
yeah.
yeah, sounds good, man. Sounds like you made that shit happen. I ain't mad at you. Shit.
You was married her county. Thought it was gonna be cool, but she ended up getting mad at another chick coming to visit me and passed on me, and then was in she wrote me a couple times. She wrote me like at first, when I got sentenced, I was in Tracy for a little bit. She wrote me hella when I was in Tracy, but then I wasn't responding. I wasn't fucking with it. I was like, man, whatever. You're a weirdo. So
Right. So boom,
yeah.
you're done. You're done. You're a free man.
Yeah.
You eat your pancakes. You get up with your girl. And where do you pick up with the music? Like
Well, the next step in life, really, right?
Yeah, well, your next step in life. But I want to know what's going on with the music. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You going straight to the studio, or are you signing the label? You independent? Like people knocking doors to see you?
Yeah, in 2013, phones became a thing in prisons, right? Fools started getting and I never seen one like like a cell phone. You know what I'm saying?
Smartphone, yeah.
So yeah, so we started getting phones, and motherfuckers started trying to figure out how to get money with them. And I always loved rapping and stuff, so I started doing that, and it was sounding cool. So when I was in right before I got out, I had paid for a video. I did a video while I was in prison, and it did cool. And motherfuckers was fucking with it, and so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do one when I get out. And so I did one. I had when I first did the video in prison, I had hit up my boy Shimo Media, right? You know Shimo?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my
That's
my brother. So
that's our brother.
yeah,
I DM Shima all the time. We got mad love. He's like family on this side of the channel.
he's solid motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
So So he at first he said yeah he was gonna do a video for me, and but he stopped tapping in. So when I ended up getting it done through another dude, right? And when I got out, I hit him up. You know, no hard feelings. I know it's crazy to I got a crazy case and fucking I I'm in prison. I'm not trying to. I understand he didn't want to get in trouble or whatever, right? So, but I'm fucking with you. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I got bread. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? And he actually did one for me on the string, free at last. Right? That was my first video on it. And fucking yeah, it was dope, bro. It was still one of my favorite videos. And people hit me up about it all the time, still send it to me, and it started all this shit. And because of it was such a positive response, I was like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna keep doing it. So I did a couple more, all with Shimo, fucking with him, and then was like, oh, okay, man, I could do this. And so that's what I started doing.
Well,
And
that's
just having
pretty
fun
dope.
with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
How you do a video in jail though, man? Without saying too much, like how'd you pull that off? I want to know that story.
We used a camera. We used the camera, and I just sent all the clips. I sent all the clips to the developer. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. That's
That's
cool.
fire. And then,
Camera on the phone.
so you're doing your music shit. I kind of want to speak on like the No Paperwork podcast. How did that come about?
Oh yeah. So definitely. I'm glad you asked, and that's why I'm sitting right here. Just so you would ask, right? So, right,
Yo, you
so
funny man. You're a funny dude.
work started actually with Shimo, right? So at first we had this whole idea that we were going to incorporate it into Shimo Media, and but it was so much work, and Shimo already he does so much, and so he was having to do all the editing, all everything. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, bro, I can't do this and push this business. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to do it. So we're like, all right, no love lost. We feel it. It is a lot of fucking work. You know what I'm saying? We took um our business to fucking Miami in a way, like LeBron James. We
Yeah.
smashed over uh, to Cinco Studios. We was over there for a minute, and then got our own studio. Then we got another studio. Then we got a studio. You know what I'm saying? So now we're here and got a whole new look. Everything's dope. We got people lined up trying to get on this motherfucker. And we just felt like that Northern California, really didn't have a voice in the podcasting community. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Like, you guys are the only guys really, like, I guess from the homie side, right? That I really have a podcast and you guys talk about topics and shit like that.
Right. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be the voice, and we recommend everybody. Big Tone has a dope podcast, but his podcast isn't geared towards the zeitgeist. You know what I'm saying? Towards popular culture. You know what I'm saying? He takes into stars. You know what I'm saying? Individuals, and he gives the people a great fucking commentary about their life, right? And Big Mister does the same thing. He's not really focused on the and they're both dope ass. I shout out both my brothers, Big Mister and motherfucking Big Tone. You know what I'm saying? And also Baby Gas. I'll shout out Baby Gas too. He's our son, and he does his thing with his wife, and I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's more relationship related. You know what I'm saying? Not right, that type of stuff. We're the only ones that are like popular culture, and we don't want to be. Right. So anybody that's thinking about doing a motherfucking podcast, any homies, any whatever, Rasa from up north, fucking do that motherfucking shit. Do it, and we'll put it's good. Lock in with us. We'll show you how to do it. It's good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, and I want to ask you about that. You think the reason why, like, a lot of homies or even Rasa in general are kind of scared to, like, speak on certain topics? I guess, what do you guys talk about? Because I've seen some clips about you guys talking about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but how do you feel about that? You think a lot of people are, like, not too, they just don't
They're
want to
right.
put, yeah,
They should. You should be. You should watch your fucking mouth. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because
Yes, sir.
right, because people, there, you have that moment, and then there's repercussions. You know what I'm saying? There's hella repercussions, and they may not affect you. You know what I'm saying? You speaking on this dude, and they affect that dude. You know what I'm saying? They affect your friends. They affect. So yeah, I think people should watch what they say. You know what I'm saying? And that's everybody always asks us, why you guys call no paperwork? Right? Because unlike these other podcasts, if you say something incriminating on here, you admit to gang affiliation, you admit to any crimes, anything like that, anything that is disparaging to you or your character, we're cutting it out. You're not leaving here. You're not leaving here with no motherfucking case pending. You know what I'm saying? We're not the police. We're here to promote, you know what I'm saying, our people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so that that's why it's called no paperwork. You ain't getting no paperwork from this. You know what I'm saying? You watch it, enjoy it, and you get entertained by it. You know what I'm saying? And we also don't deal with anyone with paperwork,
Yeah.
right? If you we're not doing it for clout. Like if we know you're a, a rat or a fucking piece of shit, you're a fucking chomo, right? If you don't, man, we ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. We'd rather stay at the level we're at right now and be solid than fucking shoot the fuck up
Yeah.
and have to bear the brunt of what it does to our character. You know what I'm saying?
That's our standard here, man. This is the same thing on this channel. Like we'll walk up to the line, but we're not gonna cross the line. So like we'll interview you and stuff, but we're not gonna be like, yo, I don't even want to know like who you was fighting. Like I don't even want you to talk about, you know what I mean? Like I want to kind of keep it. I want it to be more knowledge based, more about the artist, his intent, his music, uplifting the raza, the people. Because we're
Yeah.
at war. We're at war right now. If you follow anything that's going on this in America, forget what's going on outside. We are at war, and there's a lot of infighting. But there's gonna come a time when we're gonna have to all be together. And I
Right.
think podcasts like yours and ours, like for example, we did an artist who's a chomo. We didn't know. The comments went
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh.
The comments went crazy. Me and him sat down and talked for 40 minutes about it. We're like, yo, we can't do that. We got to do our homework. We got to pay more attention. Because, yo,
Hey,
like, this shit is, we learned when we first came on the scene, we reacting to stuff, we laughing. We don't even know
Who these
like,
people are.
These people are, these motherfuckers is real gangsters.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then now we pay more respect and have more knowledge. And I told him, like, we got to be careful with this because I don't want nobody to get hurt
Because of what?
Right.
because of our shit. You know what I mean? We on the other side of the earth. You know what I mean? We 2,000, 3,000 miles away, and we can have some kid on there say some shit about his ops, and then there's a big gang war because they said it on Jerry TV. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like we're not on that type of time. And I just got off the phone with a brother of an artist who's in jail, and he want to come on our show. He's very popular, but he's a Norteno, but he's got to be cautious because he wants to come home. And I'm like, yo, we're
Yeah.
not gonna talk to you about what's going on in jail, who you stabbed. We just want to talk about your music. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I respect that because we're on the same type of time. I'm on that time. We're not here for the cheap man, because there's a lot of clickbait. There's a lot of bullshit on the internet because there's no accountability.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people feel like they can
That's
say whatever they want, and then I ain't never gonna see that guy anyway.
Yeah.
And that's not
and
true.
really that is it's accountability, right? Just holding yourself responsible. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to do that in order to fucking to get a check.
Yeah, it's bad.
You gotta work hard.
Yeah, that's super dope. So before I forget, because I know you. Don't forget your question. So you ended up going to Miami, Florida to
No.
record?
He's playing like how LeBron went to Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Oh, I'm about to
The
say,
analogy of it.
I go to Miami all the time, so we can hang out and shit.
Me too. Shout out, man. Yeah.
So all right. So speaking of stars, you guys had. How did the Lazy Boy interview come about? You know, I think he's one of the biggest guys I've been in your pod, if I'm not mistaken.
Lazy Boy's just my bro. Like I fuck with him in a real way. We were friends probably a couple years before we ever even did music together. Like he's like, yeah, that's my boy right there. You know what I'm saying? For real. So I was like, man, I'm doing this podcast, brother. I don't like to ask you for favors. You know what I'm saying? But because I fuck with you, but he was like, man, say less. And I fuck with him. I fuck with him the long way. Yep.
Yeah, shout out to Lazy Boy.
Yeah, one suggestion, you guys should definitely get Thumps on there. That'd be a good one.
Oh, that's my boy too. Yep.
Yeah, from
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That'll go crazy.
Yep.
Shout out Thumps.
Yeah.
But,
Definitely.
yeah.
Well, Thumbs, if you watching, tap in. You already know.
Yes, sir.
That's my boy. For real.
So who were like some dream guests you guys had?
Dream guest. I ain't gonna lie. Lil, this is crazy, but um, it because he's not like a huge thing anymore. But I just want to talk to him, and hella people ask me about him all the fucking time. Is this dude? You guys probably don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
Lil, do you know who that is?
Little.
Little who?
Lil Coner from Dakota,
No, no,
from
I never heard
Connecticut.
of him.
So in Northern California rap folklore, right? Uh, he just went away.
Oh
Right? He
wow.
just stopped. He was so popular. He was in all the magazines. He was all over the fucking everything, right? And it just stopped. And there's been so many rumors, like from city to city, about when he came here, this happened. When he came here, this happened, right? Like he's just like a myth. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
It's funny. If he would have kept going, he'd have probably been like Woody. For real. I really
Oh
think
wow.
that.
Super
He'd
talented.
have been. Yeah, he was talented. He had his own little swag, and and he was just a workaholic. He was a fucking on everything. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah.
yeah. For us, I would like to interview Big Tone because Tone is not that he's necessarily because he's an OG, but he has a direct connection to Woody,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
fans freaking love Woody.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling, when I'm not telling you, I get 300 DMs like, "Yo, we'll do a Woody reaction," and we get 300 people like, "Yo, more Woody,
Yeah,
more
yeah, we gotta
Woody,
do
more
more, more.
Woody, more Woody," and I want to know more of like his
Storyline.
person, his storyline, like the behind the scenes stuff. You know what I mean? Which is pretty dope.
And also, Big Tone is just a dope human being, right? Like not to do all the extra shit, but he just a game that he just in a conversation about a table, right? He'll be like, "Oh well, this and this. I got this table because this and this," and it'll be like, "Okay, yeah, this
Right, right,
motherfucker
right.
something else." When I first met Big Tom, Wax took me over uh to a video shoot, and this fool drove me around in a 6'4" around his hood and just was telling me war dogs. Just was telling me like it's happening here. Me and Woody used to do this here, and it was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid growing up listening to that shit, and then being in a 6'4" with this motherfucking Big Tone, it was like, I was like, damn, this is shit crazy, man.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
shit is my life.
and for him to experience it, because the thing about Woody is like when you listen, Jamaicans like they with their music, they call it a sound. So like every time that the Jamaican reggae changes, they call it a sound. It's a sound. Woody has a
Yeah,
sound to him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like it's just ill. Like it's ill to me. Like it's always fascinating because like you listen to his music and you can't learn it right away. You got to listen to it a lot. It's complicated music. You know what I mean?
and there's a lot going on in there, and what makes it so intriguing now, why I think it resonates still, even with youngsters, and youngsters are
Yeah, they
spitting
love him.
shit from, right? It's crazy, is because there you feel it. You know this motherfucker ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
right? I was with Snoop, the dude who is in prison.
Oh. Oh shit.
Yes, yeah. So that's my boy, right? And I was in prison with him, and he would tell me stories when we was in New Folsom. He'd just be like, "Yeah, he's not a big talker. He doesn't talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? But be out there and there's nothing else to do. Would be on that concrete because back then we had just concrete yard in New Folsom. So he would just telling me little. I asked him some shit and fucking, which is weird. Like it's kind of even fanned out at the time. It's like man, you was rocking with Woody like that. Like he was on the inside of a cover of Woody's fucking CD. So we
Yeah.
had Snoop's picture on a fucking Woody CD.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. Right. Right.
so they would trip on us having Woody CDs in there at the beginning when I first went to prison. So it was like a gang thing, right? They would just see it as like, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So his picture was in there. So talking to him about Woody was like, Woody's a real one. Woody's a fucking real one. So
Who are
when
some
you
of the
when you hear his music, you know.
Yeah.
who are some of the artists that you have worked with that you've like are thankful for working for, and who are some of the people you want to work with, do collabs, or is there any particular dream person you're like, yo, I would
Yeah,
love to.
for sure. So the people that I have worked with that I'm thankful for being able to work with is fucking definitely Big Tone is one of them, right?
Okay.
I got one. I haven't put it out yet. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming out. We're about to drop it on Hefes and Honchos compilation. And AWAX. Man, I'm thankful for that dude. Just the wisdom that dude give me and the direct like technical game that from the technical aspect of the industry. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and also somebody that I'm thankful for working with that is Shimo and Rico, because their work ethic and just the knowledge of consistency and how anything could be really content, it came from them. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So definitely. So if I was in those motherfuckers, that's who I'm thankful for working with. And Insane, my brother Insane, I was tapped in with Insane when I was in prison. He used to put out my prison music on his label at the time called FTA. And oh no, Spencer, RTS on his RTS label. So um I'm thankful for working with him because all these dudes are how I'm able to like by all in all sense of reality, like I'm 45 fat Mexican, you know what I'm saying? And I should not be doing fucking music. But the reality is I get fucking shit ton of motherfucking DMs, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers telling me how my music affect their life. You know what I mean? From inside and outside prison, from black motherfuckers, from white motherfuckers in Nebraska, from Mexicans in fucking Mexico, you know what I'm saying? Canadians, fucking the UK. You know what I'm saying? I get that shit every day. You know, I'm not gonna stop. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know as long as I put out dope shit, I don't give a fuck. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. So
So
as a
that's
yeah. So as a
yeah.
45-year-old OG guy, how do you like connect to like the younger generation and shit like that?
I'm here with him.
Yeah.
I'm here with him. So I'm in North Sacramento right now. You know what I mean? So this is I it what I like promote unity
Yeah.
and I promote loving yourself, who you are, right, in a different kind of way, right? I promote bettering yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I if we failed, right? Like I always talk about this too. Like OGs failed, right? Because youngsters now they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Back when I was growing up, and I hate to say that, back when I was growing up, but it's true. Back when I was growing up, like you had your older homies, right? And some of them would be weirdos, and some of them would be fucking gangsters. And some of them sit you down and be like, "Fool, what the fuck you doing? Fool, you look like a fucking idiot." You know what I'm saying? And the OGs out of the fucking equation has ended up. All these dudes look like fucking idiots. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, it's a very small handful of motherfuckers that you look and you're like, oh, this motherfucker, that's I like this little dude. You know what I'm saying? Well, if we're not present, you know what I'm saying? Uh, they can't be held accountable for their fuck ups. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not even on no gangster, shit, just on some community shit. You know what I'm saying? Just being outside with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, man, the other day this motherfucker was here. And man, he lived in a hotel with his mom. You know what I'm saying? She was a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, hold on, man. Let me just figure this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real. What can I do just as a grown man? You know, like, yeah, he's a homie. You know what I'm saying? But just as a grown man, like, let's figure some shit out. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's important because the internet, man, you it's a long
Reach.
arm, man. It has a big reach.
Yeah. People don't understand that.
I have DMs and people like, yo, pops, I need advice.
Yeah.
Like advice, like people are pouring their heart out
yeah,
to me. Like I be getting
yeah,
sentimental. You know what I'm saying? Like I be wanting to send people money sometimes. Like people like hit me up like, yo, we're homeless right now. What should I do? Or my girl just cheated on me. I'm ready to pop a head off. And it's just little
yeah,
things like that. Like I'm like, wow, like people entrust in me. I'm just a dude
right.
behind a camera, in front of a camera,
It's smart. If you're accessible, it's smart because look at who you raised. Like you did a good job. So you
Yeah.
obviously know some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a smart dude to ask. So man, that's what it is. Is being accessible to these motherfuckers who need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah, I seen you on Cinco de Mayo. Can you explain what Cinco de Mayo is like in San Jose? I think you were shooting a video out there, right? Too.
Yeah, we was in San Jose on Cinco de Mayo. Uh, Man, actually, we was in East Palo Alto, San Jose, and Sacramento, all on fucking Cinco de Mayo.
Oh wow. So
Mm.
how's the
Yeah.
experience like? What's the I know it's like a big culture thing right out there in San Jose for Cinco de Mayo.
In San Ho, it's man, Sac be turning up. Sac,
Yeah.
shout out to everybody who was out there in Sac. Sac be
Yeah.
turning up. But in San Jose, brother, the motherfucking Cinco de Mayo is insane, bro. It's fucking. I, at least up north, it's it's probably the biggest. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't know about down south, but in the north, for sure. If you're gonna celebrate Cinco de Mayo, you probably gonna go to San Jose.
Yeah.
You really want to fuck it up, and it's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just the lowriders and the food and the fucking and the women, right? Gorgeous women outside. It's just the overall atmosphere of all these motherfuckers out here, barely any fights, fucking fools drunk and just enjoying themselves.
Yeah,
Little kids there with the sombreros on, just it's dope. It's fucking dope. You know what I mean? It's dope. There's no
that's
real
pretty cool.
like equivalent to like the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. That's coming up. That's the first week of June.
Yeah.
Oh no, is it?
Yeah, I think it's June 5th.
Oh, June 5th. Yeah. So all right. So tell us about your music, man. What you got cracking right now? What
Yeah.
songs you got out? Uh, Videos. You dropping an album? Did you drop an album? Let the people know. Let the people know.
Consistency is important for me. I drop a lot. I just dropped me and the devil with my brother Nizzy, and young Nizzy is probably we went crazy, right? And my song The Removal, Fighter came out to it already. We're already setting up the video for it. It's just already popping. And it's people use it all the time as a sound and different posts and talk to me about it, and I know it's going to be one of them ones for my career, long lasting. I'm super proud of it, and it's all a true story. You know what I'm saying? And everybody always talks about how storytelling has kind of been lost in a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely on the Nas hype, trying to fucking really tell a story to bring you into it. And if you too haven't checked it out, go
Yeah.
listen to it. It's gonna fuck you up, right? And but the what I got coming is I got uh three things coming. I got my NOR is coming, and we're up. My NOR album Tactics is coming, and it's been sitting on the shelf since Big Brother Bam died. Rest in peace, long live Bam. And but now we're finally in a position where we're gonna be able to drop it. I got 4 videos already done for it. You know what I'm saying? The Fat Norteno video was
Yeah.
part of it. You know what I'm saying? And that was easy. And it's yeah, I'm super proud of it. Super fucking proud of it. Triple M is basically the executive producer on it. He fucking did so much of he did all the mixing and mastering, and he did hella the beats on there. And I fucking got hella dope ass features on there. It's dope as fuck. And then I got a whole album with GB. Do you guys know who GB is?
Oh shit. That's gonna be big.
And yeah, we're working on the last song right now, and then we start shooting videos. It's called Crow, and it's named after a dude I was locked up with from GB's hood. And when the album gets closer, we're gonna start telling that story. I might even do like a little mini documentary on Crow, talk to his family and shit, so motherfuckers can really know. It's gonna be dope.
Bro, let
And
us
then
know, man. We'll help you promote it. We'll reach out. You know what I mean?
fuck yeah. And then after that, I got an album called King Buster. And that motherfucker's gonna go crazy. It's just turn up music. It's fucking dope. Yeah.
You currently on a label or you're doing independent route?
Oh, I'm on Pyrex, right? So I rock with AWACS and the Pyrex mob, right? But I got my own ASCMG All Star Criminal Music Group, right? And we got our own distribution and we do our own stuff. And I make sure I put all the little brothers that's working in here on. You know what I'm saying? Our page is doing okay. And uh, so King Buster is gonna be a Pyrex album. So
Okay.
you're like, yeah, it's gonna be dope.
So, yeah, how do you feel us about like outsiders doing like Rasa content in California, especially in Northern California? How do you feel about that?
Oh man, that's a good ass question. And so I think in order for us to expand out of the box, we have to be able to allow other group segments and people outside of the culture to fucking invest in it, right? And a lot of time and energy is spent focused on other group segments. You know what I'm saying? And for the sake of overlooking our fucking what we got going on up here. And I think our culture is beautiful and it deserves the recognition because people, whether you're black or brown from Northern California, people take Northern California culture and whether it's popping your collar, right? No matter where it's saying hella, right?
Yeah.
It just all this stuff comes from Northern California. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
really does.
I think right, and I think it's important. I genuinely think that even though black culture is are heavily influenced by black culture, right? And it goes back, and I'm gonna get real deep real quick, right? So there was if you know your Mesoamerican history, there's people called the Incas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the Incan statues that are popped up everywhere, the dude with the helmet and the braids and the big lips, right? That's from the helmets come from a place called Kush, right? Which is
Mm-hmm.
a which is the precursor to Egypt, right? Which taught Greeks and Romans, right? And they they had an influence in Central and South American history. You know what I'm saying? And helped develop our culture. The similarities between Kush and Egyptian and Incan, Mayan, Aztec history are parallel, right? To pretend like there's not some uh, historical fucking, no matter what you think about it, historical uh, commonalities between the two cultures it still exists. It started way back then, and it still fucking exists. And but in terms of how we were able to adopt certain elements of the current black culture and make it palatable for raza, you know what I'm saying? That came from us. If you ain't from East Coast, because the East Coast motherfuckers did it too. Y'all did it over there. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, we did the same thing y'all did over there. You guys rocking Tim's and you know what I'm saying, and North Face, and you know what I'm saying, and instead of fucking like peacoat type shit, you know what I'm saying, trench coats and fucking whatever your guys' cholos was over there. That's what we did too. We had the Dickies and Ben Davis, and I definitely came up wearing that. You know what I'm saying? But in the '90s, there was a little FUBU. You know what I'm saying? For real. So I like this is how we made it cool for that type shit. You know what I'm saying? For Rasa to be able to embrace certain things that we liked from the black culture. You know what I'm saying? And
Right, right.
where where the Southerners used to like really make fun of us, and it used to be uh, a a a target, a specific target of where they would talk shit about us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a fading our hair, right?
Mm,
We faded our hair, and they used to talk shit. They used to have a pumps or a bald head,
Yeah.
right? So we had blades and a pin, and it was like when you fading your hair like a right,
Yeah.
like a black. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Well, that's dope. Now everybody does that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It, they, we made it cool. We made it cool to be able to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And now they do it, and it came from. This is not me saying, "Oh, they bit." This is me saying, "This is a an acceptability thing," right? Where just like in the Mexican culture, there's a lot of things that blacks like from the Mexican culture. You know what I'm saying? That they incorporate too. You know what I'm saying? Like Loke, calling a motherfucker Loke, right? Came from Loco. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Motherfuckers be like Loke. Right? So these are all like there's parallels, and just growing up with each other, this is what happens. This is what happens when motherfuckers is around each other all the time. So
You
what I
integrate.
think, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think, us being able to be ourselves and fucking should be acknowledged, and we do it. I just to keep that shit a buck, we do it better. We do it better than the South. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we've gotten a lot of love from California as a whole. Like they
Yeah,
freaking love us. They love us in Cali, and I guess it's because we're outsiders
Outsiders
looking
looking in.
in.
Yeah.
But now we're kind of becoming part of the culture as well because we're kind of like we're like deep into it. Like we're interviewing everybody like that has that the people want to see. You know what I'm saying? It's the people like
Yeah.
we found you because people was telling us who to go to. It was the fans. It wasn't like we were like randomly throwing a dart. We were like, yo, the fans is like, yo,
BFD.
You said I
BFD.
was the first OG on here, the first old man on here, huh?
Well, we we had Bozo, but we haven't released it yet.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
you got Bozo.
Yeah, so like at the time of this recording, it's not released.
Yeah, I don't know if Bozo gonna be happy you called him an old man, but
I don't. Yeah.
we'll take it from there. But
Well, no, you're definitely the first from up north, the OG, and I appreciate that for
I
you.
can't that fool too. Yeah.
and we need that because I need that because I you know what I'm saying I'm 67 years old, so I know
Yeah.
how this works. Like we need wisdom, we need knowledge from the gods. Like you guys are the gods, you guys are the OGs, you guys are the ones who've lived it. We got these little kids. I'll be looking at these videos and I'll be like cringy, like you talking crazy with the. Even if you was to shoot a gun like that, you probably couldn't hear for half an hour anyway. It's just like you look at the videos and you're like, really? I'm not saying that they're not doing it, but it's sometimes it's too much, and we need
Yeah.
people to we need grounding, right? Like you're grounding the electrical force that these kids are shooting out to the universe because whatever you put out comes back.
Yeah.
That's right, brother. That's right.
And it's important that we tell these kids, like you said, yo, what you said 30 minutes ago. I'm not promoting jail, but I did get some positivity out of it.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
was in prison, I got positivity out of it. Again, I'm
Yeah.
not saying to go to prison, but this is what my personal experience, you
Right.
know,
And
and
like you said, prison. Don't go to prison. Right. And I'm also saying that it's our responsibility as these old ass motherfuckers like Bozo, like me, like your dad, is like we have to say something. And if you don't say nothing, is dereliction of duty. You failed. You know what I'm saying? If you see something wrong and you're not like, hey man, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
Right? That 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 skipping of that step is a failure on just as a man. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to check these motherfuckers, man. And if you don't, it's because you scared and you're a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I
Absolutely.
say, yeah.
so did you hear of us? What you say?
Oh, I was gonna say one more thing, and if the excuse is they don't listen, it's because you don't make them listen. You make them motherfuckers gonna listen, or you gonna get fucked up, not beat up. You don't have to
Yeah.
beat them up. You gonna get fucked up like the police gonna get you. You gonna die. You know what I'm saying? You gonna lose some money, right? You gotta say something.
True story,
Yeah, I'm
man.
sorry. I didn't approach you.
No,
Yeah,
no. I was just gonna say, at any point that you come across us, did you even know that we existed, or this is all new to you?
I comment on hell of your shit. Yeah, go
Okay.
about from about what, like a year and a half ago, right?
Oh, so you control the No Paperwork Podcast YouTube account? I don't know who controlled it.
That's
Okay.
insane.
Yeah.
He controls that. But no, I'll
Okay.
comment on your shit. I put it in my
Oh, right.
story all the time, especially when they got homies on there and shit. Yeah. No, I've been fucking with y'all.
Appreciate that. So we want to go out to Cali soon. What is some advice you would give us when we come to Cali? I'll tell you off camera when we're going, but I don't want to say it for the people.
No, what I would give you, I would say, hit the beaches, brother. We got some of the best Mexican food. You know what I'm saying? Definitely get some fucking Mexican food. Enjoy the women. We got some of the most beautiful women here. You know what I'm saying? And avoid the police. Police are foul out here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that would be enjoy the culture out here. And the culture varies based on region. You know what I'm saying? And so definitely go enjoy the LA culture if you're going down there. I used to go to LA a couple times a fucking year. You know, I used to go to Watts. So I go, LA culture is dope. San Francisco culture is dope. You know what I'm saying? Sacramento culture is dope, bro. You know what I mean? But if you want some good nightlife, bro, you're probably gonna have to go to San
San
Francisco.
Ho.
Like, yeah, yeah. San Ho is cool, definitely. But yeah, you guys don't got no tattoos. You guys are good. All the
Yeah.
clubs out there in San Jose, you can't have no tattoos. It's fucking
Wait,
crazy
what?
as shit. Yeah, it's weird.
That's mind blowing. Oh, because
Oh, the security don't let you in.
They won't let you in. Only one will. Shout out Tiki Pete's. Tiki Pete's will. And it's dope. It's a dope ass bar club. After hour spot is dope.
so they basically don't want no street guys in there. That's what it is.
They don't, they don't want our money. They don't want our money.
Yo.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck them. They don't get it.
Fuck them. They don't get it. That's exactly right. You can suck my dick.
Fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
No
But
doubt.
California culture's like, like that's tattoos is a thing. Not even gangbangers, right? Like people have tattoos.
Hey, everybody fucking has tattoos. The other day me and my boy Bus from 5'9 Bullies. Shout out 5'9 Bullies.
Yeah, shout out. He was commenting. Shout out 5'9 Bully, man.
Yep. So we go to the club, right? I'm with my other homie Face, and they're like, oh, you can't wear white t-shirts. So he's like, okay. So I gave my sweater. I took my sweater off, gave it to him so he could get in. And then we were in there for about maybe like 20 minutes, and here comes this white dude with a fucking white t-shirt on. And we're like, what the We're like, okay, no, we get it. Yeah. We're gonna keep enjoying this club, but we're already in here. But yeah, fuck these motherfuckers for real.
It's like that all the time. They be like, no hat, and here comes a dude with a hat. 10 minutes later, he's coming across the floor. No sneakers, motherfucker with sneakers. You there with some uncomfortable hard bottoms and shit.
It was like,
yeah, but you know what? I want to thank you for your time. Yeah. We really appreciate it. This is one of our best interviews.
Yeah.
Pretty wholesome.
I know we say that every time, but no.
No. Now, real talk, because we covered a lot, and I think it was very mature conversation. So those of you who made it to the end, take wisdom and knowledge from this guy right here, because he's spitting game. Yeah. True story.
Appreciate both. I love what you guys are doing. I also love that it's father and son. That's dope, bro. That's really dope. Motherfuckers need to see that. That's 100%. Dope.
Yeah, we trying. We hanging in there, man. It's hanging in there. He get on my nerves sometimes, but you know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, get the people a date for your album. You have a date?
Yeah. We actually don't, but I'll be posting it. Before you guys post it, I'll slide it. Before you guys post it. All right. Yep.
Let's do it, man. Appreciate you again. We out here,
likewise,
man.
Hey.
And I know how it gets, so I got to stay low, now I'm on my knot. I don't trust no nigga, I don't trust no man, ain't no friends, everybody get shot. You never